You can't be yawning. You gonna?
I'm ready.
Now I'm gonna yawn. What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is gonna be my review of Insecure. As you can see, I have my special guest, my niece. She watches Insecure, so we're gonna discuss it. It's season 4, episode 6. So low key done. We are after the block party. Issa wakes up the next day, and you know you have that moment of I don't really know what to do now. Between the fight with Molly, and then you've been working for the last however many months just to get to the block party. Now the block party's over, and it's just like, what am I going to do now? So she has, one of her little mirror moments. And her mirror alter ego tells her, don't call Molly. You know what I'm saying? Molly was wrong too. You always the first one to reach out. You just take care of you. So she decides she's going to have a self-care Sunday. Anything you want to add to that so far?
No.
So we see Issa cleaning up her apartment, and she ends up calling Nathan, or Nathan calls her to check. Well, no, actually Nathan called her. He called to check on her, and he said that everything was dope. He she apologized to him for getting him in the middle of the situation with Molly. He apologized. He said, I had your back. I would do it again. It's no big deal. And then she was like, yeah, because I would do it for you too. She was like, I just don't want you to think I was using you. What you think? Was she using him?
No, because I feel like that's what friends are for.
Okay, fine. That's what friends are for. So then we see her out and about. She goes to the grocery store, and there's a lady. I have never seen this before. This pregnant lady is just going from person to person asking them to buy her groceries. I thought she was like panhandling, but she was straight up just trying to get somebody to buy her whole basket of groceries. Right. So at first Issa was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then she ends up telling the woman she going to get the woman groceries. Now, there's nothing more embarrassing. It's embarrassing enough when your car get declined and you by yourself. It's totally different. You gonna tell somebody else, I'm gonna pay for your shit, and then it get declined.
Yeah.
So her car got declined, not once but twice, because y'all know we always do it twice, as if be like, well, do it again.
I've never had that experience, and I hope the guy that I
You've never had your car declined?
No.
Oh, I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
I've never had a car decline. And I'm not rich. You
just know how much money you have in your. You just know how much money you got. Yeah. Well.
Do I need to do a transfer?
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't always this responsible with my money, so I ain't gonna lie. It's happened. In my younger days, them college days, you be sitting there like this. Child. Anyway. But so anyway, it got declined, and it was so bad where the pregnant lady was like, it's okay, because she was talking about something, you put out the energy you want back from the universe, and she was like, your energy, it's just that you meant well. I said that's got to be embarrassed. So Issa, first of all, how many groceries did she have?
She had a lot,
because it came to like $154, and I'm thinking
Issa's bill, but I'm telling you, she had Similac in there.
I don't know if it was Issa's bill. I think most of that was on her.
Well, I meant to say most of the ladies, but Similac is like
expensive.
$25-$30.
And then she had diapers in there. And then here go Issa go tell the lady she ain't need it anyway. The baby not here yet.
Wait, that don't even make sense, because if you don't have it, can't you just get wig?
You digging too deep. You're going too deep. Because
at first when we were watching it, we were like, is she like really trying to do this?
Because I thought maybe she wasn't even really pregnant. I thought she just was faking it. Like, I didn't even think she was pregnant at first. Because, it's Insecure. You just can't be sure. It's always some joke somewhere. So that didn't work out. So then Issa is on her way somewhere, and she sees this old guy miss the bus, and he's running behind the bus. So she offers him a ride. George was a hot damn mess. George would have got left. First he gonna say, I don't trust no Uber, no Lyft, or no Boober. And she was like, no, I drive for them, but this is free. So then she said, well, where you going? Let me put it in my GPS. He was like, so you can tell your phone, and your phone can tell the government where I'm going? I'm not, nope. He said, just get on La Brea and drive.
I think that scene was a waste of time. Just like Issa driving this old man, because she should have been driving for Lyft, because she don't have no money. So
right, because she should have came out that store and immediately
yes,
went to her Lyft app. Right,
she should have just waited in the parking lot. Right, you know how they do when you get to groceries.
Right, she should have just
hat man.
Right, she just should have immediately turned on her sign. If your car just got declined in the grocery store anyway. So then he complaining about that. He had to stop to use the bathroom. And Issa is really entertaining this man to the point where he just drive her to the house. Come to find out, it wasn't even his house. He was going to go see his child who he hadn't seen in who knows how long. Because the boy opened the door and was like, Dad!
That I didn't know you knew where I lived at.
Right! Like, how you find me? I'm like, he stopped and was yelling at some homeless man on the way, talking about some, Larry, is that you?
He was trying to fight.
Right, he talking about some, he just a ghetto nigga. He went from the high ghetto to the low ghetto.
He came out the laundromat to go to the bathroom, right? He came out with some fun dip.
Right, he had the fun dip. He came out the laundromat with the fun dip. Listen.
Why?
So, after all of that, Issa ends up going to a painting sip, right, by herself, because, she's trying to do some things now. I don't know if this was something that well, no, because her and Molly had been rocking for a while, so this wasn't something. And Issa had, like, the big-ass 2-gallon bottle of wine, right?
No, not wine, of TP, Taylor's Port.
I wouldn't know that. You know that.
Everybody, first of all, I have drank Taylor's Port in college, but like everybody knows it's like that's like the bottom. That's like that with what's the other one? Rossi. Like those are the things.
You gotta bend over to pick it
up.
up.
You gotta bend over to pick it up.
Because when they say you have your top shelf, but when you gotta bend over to get it, that's when you know.
When you having an event with a bunch of people, and these are the type of people that's not really gonna bring nothing, so we gonna give them this, and we gonna have our whole stash, but right? We gonna give them this.
We gonna have a good shit in the back, right?
Have a punch.
Well, that's what she took. She gets there, and the chicks was acting like they forgot the wine. See, in hindsight, I feel like that was a setup too. Because they were like, oh, you forgot the libations? This paint and sip, how you going to forget the sip part of the paint? And we see my girl, Kyla Pratt, and they're having like a little bridesmaid kind of situation. She's getting ready to get married. This is her last little hurrah, and they at the paint and sip. So, of course, Issa's like, well, I got this big-ass 5-gallon bottle of wine.
Being too nice.
Right, I can share it with you guys. And she was like, so where y'all from? I got to throw this in here, because this is a joke that only somebody from D.C. will get. And Issa lived in Maryland for a while. So this is a DC joke. So the girls were like, oh, we from DC. And one of the chicks was like, oh, no. They're from DC. I'm from PG County. That's a DC joke. If you don't live in this area, you wouldn't get it. But growing up, you had your people that really legit lived in DC. And then you had your people that lived in the suburbs that tried to claim DC. And it was funny when I went to college. You always had the same people. You saw how she was like, no, I don't live in D.C. I live in Prince George's County or PG County. Because then you had the people who act like living in the city, like they look down on living in D.C. and they lived in the county. But when they got outside of this area, they wanted to act like they was hard. And they be like, oh, I'm from D.C. Nah, bitch, you from PG County. Philly. They do.
About Philly all
right.
The time.
So that was a DC joke that as soon as she said it, I was cracking up because I was like, oh, I get that. Anybody who's from DC, PG County area, they're going to get that whole joke. And like I said, Issa lived in Maryland for a while, so that's something she definitely know. Anyway, so then they're getting ready to leave, and they invite her to come to the bar with them. And at first, Issa was like, nah, I got something to do. And then, her little mirror alter ego was like, girl, go ahead. So she ends up going with them, and they're having a good time. They laughing, they joking. They look like they had some sort of like an Asian tapas type situation, and they were talking about how he proposed, and they having a good time. Her and one of the chicks, Miss Prince George's County, end up going to the bathroom, and she's asking Issa, well, where can you find the good guys at? And Issa is giving her the whole breakdown on where you find what type of dude you looking for. You looking for this type of dude, you go here. You looking for this type of dude, you go here. Now, old girl must have been a ghost, because I didn't hear nothing.
She didn't even wash her hands.
Right.
Like, that's how she was just, like, on stealth. Like.
Right. She was straight on stealth mode. I ain't hear the door open. We didn't hear her wash her hands, because we did hear her pee. We didn't hear her wash her hands. She flushed the toilet or nothing. Next thing you know, Issa looking for her. Issa is like, what happened? Honey, they done dined and dashed on Issa. And when she get back to the table, she finds this checklist. They were on a bridesmaid scavenger hunt. And one of the things on the checklist was befriend a stranger, which was Issa. And then another thing was dine and dash, which was also Issa.
And you get double points if you combine tasks.
Right, and you get double points if you combine it. So they clearly combined it. And so Issa, of course, rolls out. Now, mind you, Issa didn't have the $150 at the grocery store to pay for them groceries. I know she didn't have the money for that bill.
That's why I don't even know why she was going to hang out with them girls.
Because she ain't had no money?
Like, no. She shouldn't even went to the pay and sit.
Well, I'm sure that was probably already paid for.
Sell your ticket.
damn, she's
if you
hard.
really about it, and
Well,
you
she
really in the
clearly wasn't.
bond,
She was trying to forget about Molly. And
no,
the
then
whole day,
drink at home,
drink at home by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now the whole day, Kelly's calling to check on her. Her brother called to check on her. The intern called asking dumbass questions about stuff. Because my thing is, the event is over. Why are you still calling me?
Because she want to be her friend. That's who she need to be trying to be friends with.
No, not that intern. She wasn't that bright.
But you need some people. Sometimes you just need some going out folks, not the girls that she was meeting at the painting sip. But look, you got friends for different reasons. Sometimes you need a casual kiki hang out real quick. Let's go on a little shopping trip, friend.
I'm learning some new shit here. So Issa ends up rolling out and she runs up on them. Now we see her get out the car. She run up there with the picture, and she ends up busting one of the girls over the head, Miss Prince George's County, over the head with the picture. They get to screaming. Now in my mind, I was thinking, now if these girls, these really some DC girls, they about to beat the shit out of Issa. That's what I was thinking. But before that could happen, we realized it was a dream. Issa's really just sitting in her car. She sees them. She blows her horn at them, but she don't roll up on them, and they don't look scared. They ain't even. They was like, oh, they go that bitch. They wasn't even tripping. And I was like, that's real messed up. So we see her pull out her phone and she asks, are you busy? Can I come over? Now me and her were taking bets on whether it was Kelly, whether it was Logan, but she ended up going to go see her mom. Not Logan, Nathan. Where I get Logan from?
I don't know.
I just made that name up. I'm glad you're here because usually I get names wrong. See, thank you. But she went to go see her mother. And her mother had to break it down for her. Her mother was like, listen, I mean, you know, they talked for a little while about the block party and everything. And then she sort of broke down. Like her mother, you know, mamas always know. So she sort of broke down and, you know, I'm sure she told her mother the story. And her mother told her, like, you just moving in a different season in your life. Like, you need to figure some things out. Maybe, you know, maybe she ain't supposed to be a part of your next season. Like, you know, you're moving into a different era. So how you feel?
One, she should have fought them girls. as soon as she figured everything out.
Yeah, when I rolled up on them, I would have.
Yeah,
I just would have had to take my chances. I'd have to roll up on them.
I don't care what Sunday service I would have went to the day before. Like, I don't care how close I was feeling with God. It's no way in the world I wasn't fighting one of them girls.
Right, I would have had to. However it went down, it just would have went down. Because you're right. Especially if I saw them. It'd be one thing if I ain't roll up on them. I saw them.
I don't care if somebody started screaming "World Star" in the middle of the fight. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm at least beating up two of y'all. At least two of y'all. And I'm depending on how gully I'm feeling. I might steal somebody's purse. Because you know she broke y'all and she didn't do no lift, which is what she should have been doing this whole day. Which I understand because also, how are you broke when you got a job? Like, why didn't you?
Issa's always broke.
See, I don't like.
Isn't that what Molly told her? Isn't that what Molly told her?
I don't like some people that it's just like, all right, you got a job now, you doing a little bit better, and you still can't manage your finances. No. So she got. You know what? I still am Team Issa when it comes to the whole Molly situation, but she got bigger problems than Molly. Like, she just really need to get her life together. So maybe she should take that break from that friendship because she need to focus on Issa. And you know what, Molly? Maybe that is being selfish, but she got to be selfish right now. It's Issa season. It's Issa season. That's what her mom telling her, and she going reply to these people asking about the event on the Facebook comments.
You getting a little ahead of us. You getting a little okay. You got a little excited.
Okay. I was going to try to close it out.
We almost there. We almost there.
Okay.
So she leave her mama house. She finally does call Kelly back, and Kelly tells her, look, you and Molly need to go ahead and talk before y'all let this get away from y'all, because it could get to a point where y'all let it just linger and drag on, and then there's really a point of no return. And she was saying how her and Tiffany went through that last year and how it almost got to that point. You know, Issa tells her, look, I'm always the one apologizing. I don't have nothing to say. She owe me the apology. Mm-hmm. Then we see Issa go home and get high. And that's when she does what?
She starts responding to the people on Facebook who are asking questions about the event, like, yo, who had that macaroni and cheese with the truffle oil? Yo, who performed first? And, like, you know, basically engaging with the audience, giving a little follow-up. keeping people interested. And somebody says, I forgot what they said, but
they were like, when can we do this again, or where else can we do stuff like this, or something like that. Yeah.
And guess what sis said? Sis said, coming soon. I got y'all.
Because she was defending Issa when she was hanging out with the little DC girls, and she was trying to describe what she does for a living, and I was like, she threw one event. That does not make you an event planner.
That's what she should do, because she has so much passion behind it. This is clearly what she likes.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how good at it she is, because I will say,
I mean,
Condola did a lot.
Condola did do a lot. But if she was smart, but now that you have those connections, you make them your own.
Yeah.
You follow up, you send thank you cards, you know what I'm saying? So that the next time around, you don't have to go through Condola, because Condola is out.
Yeah.
Condola is like,
she done.
Yeah, so then she does all of that, and she needs a snack. Like, she gets hungry in the middle of the night, because this was a long ass day. But anyway, she wants a snack. She runs down.
She ain't got no money, y'all.
She still no, but she had money for whatever she was about to go buy. She runs down to the store, and who is sitting at the little spot on their phone? Molly. And she stands there for a minute, like she's thinking about going in the store, but then she ultimately decides that she's not, and she turns around and she leaves. And that's where the episode ends. So, any final thoughts?
One, I have a question for y'all. Would y'all have went into the store or no? I would have straight up went into the store. Can I get a number 2 salt, pepper, ketchup? Oh. Wait for my food on my phone, talk to people, might have a little drink, and then I'ma go. Ain't no way I'm not gonna go in the store because she in there. Ooh.
Would you have spoke to her though?
No. Molly was so rude to Issa. No, you don't get a hug.
And who were you sending your message to before we started the video?
Oh, Teddy, I want to see what your comment is, because you had a lot to say earlier. Oh, Teddy, would you have went in there? Let us know. Oh, and also, you know what? I feel like they should do like a quick little like web series or something for this Finding LaToya show.
There's an actual trailer on YouTube. There's an actual trailer, like it's a real TV show.
I know, but like I want like
you want them to find LaToya?
Episodes, like it could be 10-minute episodes, but give me some like 10-minute.
You want some real Finding LaToya?
I do. Especially because you know they had the lady from the Steve Harvey show, Levita Alize Jenkins. I like her.
Anyway, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bye.